But sometimes it's just completely, blatantly obvious that a player is tilted. Because maybe they miss an open net or something, and then they, literally miss the very next kickoff, and you're thinking to yourself, I wonder if there's a correlation here. I wonder if the miss on the ball that isn't even moving on a kickoff has anything to do with the fact that this guy just missed an open net 5 seconds ago. I wonder. So yeah, in that, in an instance like that, I feel like it would be perfectly fine. But yeah, I will agree. If a team calls for a timeout, trying to speculate, what's being said is often pointless. And I say often because it's not always pointless. And I think you can sometimes get it right, even if it is speculative. So there's a time and a place. Anyway, it is time to put someone in first place of Group B. It's either going to be Falcons or Empty, and there's no one game disadvantage for Falcons this time. They do just start off fresh, but they're going to start off with a 1 goal disadvantage. And impressive. Absolutely slaughtered that one in the top corner. Look at that. It's a very open top corner of the net, but he puts it as close to the bar as he can because it looks better. They need insert old player to tell them what to do. I bet you guys are all just thinking about that. Was it apparently Jack's comment on Reddit saying that whenever people say that, if a player brings so much to a team in terms of experience and that's really all that they bring to a team, then they're probably the worst player. I was like, what? Who is he talking about? Jack, who are you talking about here? What's going on? I bet that's what you're all referring to as well. Upper 90 has to be my least favorite casting call. Sorry, but it's so cringe. Dennis Pow, type in chat what country you are from right now. And this is just a question. I'm not trying to... It's not a gotcha moment. I'm just asking. Because I'm going to bring up a point after I find out where you're from that might be relevant. You got to remember. Now, don't type your address. Just type the country of your residence, please. Don't type... Or type where you've lived most of your life. Nothing else. Please, no more information than that. No more specific. Yeah, you gotta remember, not all casting is gonna appeal to you. So sometimes someone else's favorite type of casting will be your least favorite, and vice versa. But I'm not trying to use that as an excuse for why somebody doesn't like a particular type of casting. I mean, my whole theory on the can't please everybody, so don't try, is that, well, in a way, yes, you can't please everybody, so no point trying to please everybody, but not really. Like, I think a better version of that is you can't please everybody, so just try and do as good of a job, pleasing the people that do like you, while also not annoying everybody that doesn't like you as much as you can. You can do both. You can cast the way, or you can commentate the way, you can make the content the way that you want for your fans without making it absolutely impossible to watch for the people who aren't really fans of you. You can at least be neutral, maybe. So I would try and be a bit more neutral to the people who don't like me. But yeah, plenty of people don't like my casting. I'm fine with that. I sleep soundly at night with that knowledge. Yeah, what's his name? I can't remember his name. He didn't type where he's from, but I bet you that he's European, because upper 90 is an American thing. So I'm sure that when you hear upper 90, some Europeans will be like cringe, because they don't know how to regulate their emotions. Oh, he's US. Okay, that completely ruins my point. Never mind. But the point is, the point is the same. Like, there's some American phrases that get used in Rocket League commentary, and some Europeans might find it weird because they're not used to it. But it works both ways. When you hear, yeah, there's a good example. Top bins. That's, well, one, extremely informal, and two, very, very Scottish. So I'm sure Scottish people love hearing that because it hits close to home and it's something they're familiar with. But other countries and other viewers, maybe not so much. Johnny's American accent is quite decent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Been working on it. You love a good top bins as an American. I've never heard an American commentator say top bins, but that would hit different for sure. Top bins. Top. It wouldn't be top bins. It'd be like a totally different phrase. Uh-oh. Impressive, look out. Oh, he's done well here in a 2v1. I wonder if TRK could have slowed that down and allowed the demo to catch up with him. I think really the play there for TRK was to pop the ball and then just try and bump Impressive, because even if it's not going in, the man behind him can finish it off. Your American accent is like a sassy lady. I mean, I've got other American accents. I'm not just stuck on that one. I've got others. I mean, I was trying to... do you guys remember... what was it called again? Gridiron. That's the one. Gridiron. Do you guys remember Gridiron? Gridiron. Gridiron, as I like to call it. I was absolutely ripping it with the, you know, terrible American accents in our team comms for that. Absolutely going in with the fake comms. But the deep south, I don't know where it would be. I don't know where it would be. Oh, hold on. How's that in? We've got a late lead for empty. Pause. What's happened here? Okay, Venom's committed. TRK is trying to get back and he just can't get there. Definitely didn't take the right line onto that anyway. It's a straight up own goal by the time he gets to it. But that's a surprise. To see Venom commit that late to the ball with no backup at all. Usually if he's committing in that position, he'd have somebody behind him or somebody rotating in behind him. Wow, empty with the win in game number 1. I was so ready to go to overtime here. I was just chilling, ready for an OT. Nope, not happening. Impressive. Puts him in front early on. And a late OG. Not entirely TRK's fault. I mean, the whole team were kind of out the game for that. Has left Falcons behind very late in the game. Yeah, Octane TRK is weird. I've not seen him in the Octane for ages. Mostly been Fennec, of course. Maybe we'll see him switch back to Fennec if he's unable to pick up a win in the next game. But my American commentator voice, if you guys want to hear it, is something like, so SMW and Twiz and Impressive, the empty roster, trying to get the win against TRK, Ellie, and Venom. But they don't get the win in game 1, this being a best of 5. They'll have another opportunity. Sound like you're calling a horse race. Do they have horse races in America? I don't know if they do. 1950s baseball announcers. See, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I've never listened to any American sports commentary in my life. So if you guys tell me, oh, that sounds like, you know, that sounds like baseball, I have no idea. No idea the accuracy of that. I've got zero clue. I'm making it up. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Absolutely making it up on the spot. It's good? Is it actually good? Oh no. Oh no, you should not have said this. And it's even better when you just make up completely nonsensical statements. Oh. Oh! Look at Venom. Like, I can't think of any right now, but you know, in American football, they've got all the yard lines and stuff, and they all like all the commentators, they love talking about where they are in the field. They're at like, what, the 72-yard line, and they've hit a 3-pointer and whatever else. Like, just throwing in all that jargon and then making up team names as well. Like, throw in maybe a New York Lakers or something. That really gets on the nerves of any American, like, hardcore fans of the, I don't know what they're called, MLG baseball or something. Whatever it is, you know, people get really annoyed if you just start getting the terminology wrong. They love their terminology. They love their nicknames for teams as well. Americans do love a good nickname. Like, the RLCS, the NA casters were getting a hard time for saying the Wolves, because Cuxer's team for I think it was split 3, or was it just the entire? Yeah, I think it was just the spring split. He was playing on Wolverhampton Wolves Esports team. I'm not sure if they were called Wolves Esports or just Wolves, but we kept telling them like it's guys, it's just Wolves. It's not the Wolves, but in America it's always the something. It's like, I don't know, the Bulls or the Moons or whatever else they've got teams of. I don't know where they get the ideas from. It really seems to be quite random, but yeah, it's not the anything in Europe. They're just Wolves. It's Wolverhampton. So we were telling them this, but they couldn't stop saying the Wolves because Americans are so like used to hearing the, and then the whatever the nickname is of a team or whatever their like mascot is, or I don't know what it's called, whatever their pet is. They kept calling it the Wolves, and they kept saying the Giants for Vodafone Giants as well. So they were getting a hard time from some of the European audience on Rocket League Reddit. And yeah, me, Shogun, and Cool Stump here are just having a laugh because we're like, oh man, we can see exactly what's happened here. Can't really blame them, but it is quite funny. You do it with roads too? What do you mean you do it with roads? What kind of roads have got names in America? Aren't they just called like a number and a letter? The 101 freeway. I mean, that's pretty normal. That we do that here as well. You know, you've got usually a letter followed by a number for a road. The letter indicates what type of road it is, and then the number, which one. I didn't know that roads were also nicknamed. They got like Antelope Drive. I mean, we've got some weird place names in the UK as well, though. I mean, that's definitely not an American thing. We've got, hey, listen, if you want to get weird place names, just go to London. You'll be like on some train from Heathrow, and then the woman on the tannoy comes on and says, this, you know, step away from the platform, this train will have 13 stops, and will conclude at Toodaloo, Cockadoodaloo Station or whatever. I'm like, what on earth is she talking about? That's not a place. There's absolutely no way that's a real place. It'll actually turn out to be a place, so. And every single station, she'll say it again. Like, we are 12 stops from the destination. It's all like Cockfosters and stuff. I'm like, what is going on here? Who thought of this? Somebody was having a right laugh when they were naming all the streets in London. Like, there's no way they're going to actually go with this, are they? Let's just put it in. Maybe they'll go with it. Oh, they've actually gone for it. Can you believe it? They've actually gone with it. They've written it in. They've painted signs and everything. I'm dead serious. I'm pretty sure it's a station called Cockfosters. Am I right? And then when you go to Scotland, you're like, okay, how is this street pronounced that way? I mean, yous already get the city I'm from wrong. Yous all say Glasgow, because I think you've copied that one. America just copied all the names from different places in the world. They're like, what are we going to call our city? Let's just call it York again. Let's just call it New York. But there's already a York. Aye, New York. Let's just call it the new version, like the update, York 2.0. Then again, it was probably just the Brits who did that. We just went to America and named everything after places in the UK. Is it called New Glasgow? Is that what you just call it? New Glasgow. It's actually pronounced Glasgow, so don't come to Glasgow and say Glasgow, because then people will laugh at you. And they'll tell you that's not how you say that. New York used to be New Amsterdam till the Duke of York bought it. That sounds like a meme, but you might be onto something there. You might be onto something. We're in a tie series, so this could get hype. This could get interesting. Remember, guys, winner moves on from this match to next weekend's playoffs. And it's very important for Falcons and Empty to win here, because the winner avoids Sandrock Gaming in round 1. If you win, you play against the Ultimates. If you lose this series, you have to beat Nameless to get a match against the Ultimates next weekend in the playoffs. But yeah, if you do come to Glasgow, not only will, if you're an American in Glasgow, not only will you be thrown off by the pronunciation of Glasgow, you'll see such wonders as Sauchiehall Hall Street, which upon initial inspection would appear to be Sauchiehall Hall Street. But I guarantee it's just Socky Hall. Or yeah, you'll see some really, really weird train station names that just don't make any sense at all when you hear the way that it's actually pronounced. The best one that I can think of right now is probably, I mean, I'll type it in chat. You guys can imagine what this, how you pronounce this. I'll type it in Twitch chat right now. And you guys have to guess, how do you pronounce this town name? Oh, hold on, I'm not logged into my account on Twitch. Let me log in so I can type in chat. Right, there you go, guys. How do you think you pronounce that Scottish town name? Give it your best shot. You're actually, I mean, you're not going to believe it when I tell you. You're just not, because it doesn't make any sense. A lot of attempts here. We got Milgarve, Milgave, Milgy, Milinjavi, Milingavi. Yeah, you'd think it would be Milingavi, Milingavi or something, or I don't know what you would think, but it's just Milguy. It's pronounced Milguy, like M-I-L-L, Mil, Guy, G-U-Y, Milguy. That's how you pronounce that. Don't ask why. I couldn't tell you. It's just Milguy, but it's spelled Milingavi. So we've got very confusing names in Scotland for you. If you ever do visit, you're going to get lost. No, I said don't ask why, not ask. Oh, that's lovely demo by Venom. He just hunted him down. Absolutely hunted him down. Can I stop read chat? It's a funny thing to type in chat that. Can you stop read chat at Johnny Boy? Bit ironic. Yeah. It's usually down to the Scottish Gaelic language. When Scottish Gaelic was banned, when England banned Scottish Gaelic, they named everything an English version of the word, but they were just really lazy with the spelling of it. So they, like, in Scottish Gaelic, everything actually meant something. Like, town names would mean something, but then when it's in English, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a bunch of words that have no meaning. I should try GeoGuessr. I've tried it before. I think I'm alright at it, but I'm not particularly good. You said you don't know why? That was part of the joke, mate. It was part of the joke. It's not as funny when you have to explain it. Uh-oh. Okay. I was thinking that might be a bit of a dangerous pass for impressive, but it's worked out wonderfully. So the key here is if you're going to boom the ball off your sidewall, you need to have someone who's basically at centre back ready to attack the ball. And it turned out to work really well. I thought that he got it a bit wrong though, because usually if you're doing that sidewall pass, you want to hit it pretty much straight sideways. Because if you go out away from the back wall like this, it's easier for the other team to get a challenge in, or even to just win the race to the ball entirely. But they just about got it right. It was a good forward run by SMW. You lived by the quay, which is pronounced key. Yeah, Q-U-A-Y is just key in Scotland. The key. Yeah, I've done many GeoGuessr streams in the past. Probably not going to be doing any today. Probably not doing any today. Just going to be watching the rest of this tournament, chilling out with you guys, seeing who's going to be moving on to the playoffs. I feel like it's been a while since I've said this, but if anybody's tuning in and wondering why is Johnny not casting the game more, I've not been casting the games too intensely today because I've got pretty bad hay fever, so I'm taking it easy. But I didn't want to just cancel the stream just because I've got hay fever. I wanted to go live anyway and just get through it. Just get through despite Pollen's best attempt at cancelling today's stream. Very, very bad today. I don't know what happened between yesterday and today. DBH, you really like your talking stream? I'm sure some people do, sure some people don't, but this is the way it is. I'm glad you like it. Gurith, thanks for the 19-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. We're a minute away from seeing a 2-1 lead for Falcons, who are the heavy favourites here. And I think Falcons are probably the team that most people want to see advance to get that match against Sandrock Gaming, especially after their incredibly close matches with them in IWO. Well, I say close, it was actually 3-0 the first time around, so eventually it ended up being close overall, but only after both teams had their way with the other. Hay fever is a particular allergy to pollen. So when there's lots of pollen in the air, lots of wind blowing it around, that's what makes hay fever really bad. Or if you're silly enough to go rolling around in grass, that would probably be quite bad as well. Or also another option, if you want to try and really maximize hay fever, you could go look for a large tree that is blossoming and get underneath it and give it a big shake. I'm sure that would really do a number on you. Yeah, it's not bad or anything. It's not too bad really. Like I'm fine. I just can't cast. Like nobody needs to, I know some people are learning about hay fever today. They're thinking, oh no, hope you're okay. Well, yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna be perfectly okay. But I just can't do my usual thing is all. So that's why we're talking most of the time and not casting. Yeah, Falcons look to be in control now. I'd be surprised if Empty can bounce back from this. Yeah, it could be much worse for sure. I don't get it too badly, but it just really limits what you can do with your voice, as you can probably hear. As you can probably hear, it impacts or limits how much you can breathe through your nose, which makes speaking more challenging. Pollen is not lethal. I wonder if it is lethal to someone. Oh, you got hay fever plus asthma? That has got to be a rough combination. That has got to be a rough combo. Hey, Evan pushes Mongo. Thanks for gifting a sub to Seaber. Welcome, Seaber. Yeah, I've got this ended in a 3-1. I will be very impressed if Empty can go back here. Didn't I have something to do? No, not yet. I've got something to do at 10:45 UK time. This is 9:45 UK time. So we're actually good. We're good to go. I think we're going to be fine. As long as the grand final gets started in a timely manner, we should be more than fine here. How old am I? I am 30 years old. I was 30 in March. Same birthday as Jory is, March 8th. Except I'm twice as old as him. Hey Evan, thanks for another gifted sub. This time to Drunken Mastery 3. Welcome, Drunken Mastery. You're a month older than me. Unlucky, mate. You're ancient. You're absolutely ancient. I can't believe they gave you a keyboard in the old folks' home. What's my zodiac sign? I think it's Pisces, but I don't buy into any of that nonsense. Do you guys buy into zodiac signs? No way. You guys are far too intellectual to buy into that rubbish, I'm sure. It's good evasion tactics by Twiz. Staying out of danger on the back wall. Pisces always deny the veracity of zodiac signs. Okay. Getting very, very deep now. It's mad what people will believe. Like the zodiac signs is one of them, because whenever you read the zodiac signs, it's all so vague. Like, how do people not realize it could apply to anyone? And also, they're very on the fence with everything they say. It'll be like, today, for Pisces, you will have a close encounter. But when you look back, you'll realize that it really wasn't that close at all. You will also have to make a big decision. But should you overcome it, perspective will help you realize that it really wasn't that big of a decision at all. And you're like, oh my goodness, that's literally me. I went to the kitchen, there was no enough milk in the blue milk for my cereal. Had to pick between blue and green, but there wasn't enough. So I had to think, do I combine both? It's pure mental. Big decisions, everybody, big decisions. You guys, if you guys don't know what the blue milk and the green milk is, then you haven't lived. What do you guys do for that? I think isn't the green milk is the semi-skimmed and the blue milk is the full whole milk, I believe is the correct term. How do they label it in the US? Is it blue and green? But yeah, blue milk obviously is superior, because why would you want milk that isn't whole? If it isn't whole, it's incomplete. Why would you want would you like incomplete milk with your cereal? No, probably not. Unless you're lactose intolerant. Oh wait, blue milk is 2%, whole milk is red. I've totally misled you, never mind. Unless you're from a different country. I thought red was skimmed, not semi-skimmed. Semi-skimmed is just water lying about being milk. Speaking about lying about being milk, you know whenever you get like, I mean maybe only the UK folk can understand, but oh my goodness, what a save. I respect him saved that. That's incredible. But yeah, if you're getting a cup of tea at a restaurant and then they give you the milk in the little carton, the little plastic carton of milk, if you ever take a closer look at the lid of one of those plastic milk cartons, you'd expect it to say milk on the carton to indicate the contents. But it doesn't say milk, it says tastes like milk. Next time you get a wee milk carton in the wee plastic milk cartons with the little lid that you peel off for your cup of tea or coffee, take a look at what it says. Tastes like milk. What is it then? What is in there? Could be anything. If it really was milk, they wouldn't say it tastes like milk. I mean, of course it tastes like milk if it's milk. Why would they say that? The fact they've specified it tastes like milk makes it very, very sus. Used milk, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we might actually be headed to game 5 here. I've been completely wrong once again. I've misled you all. Misled you all. But I'm all for it. I love the competition between Middle East's best teams. Falcons have done a few, sweeping runs through brackets recently. They did it in APL kickoff. They did it in the IWO Stage 2 qualifier, where they just swept everybody until they lost to Sandrock Gaming. But it seems like earlier on in tournaments, Falcons are dropping a lot more games. And they've done it again today, Empty taking them to 5 and looking like a 50-50 matchup again. Feels like a weekly grid stream. Yeah, probably. I bet it probably does. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that, except I didn't really have a choice today. I didn't really have any options. This is the only way that I could have possibly streamed today. And I can't really do try-hard commentary with this voice because people just think I sound bored. They'll be like, wow, you're just clearly not really hyped for this. So we're just chilling out. We're just doing a viewing party. We're just relaxing. And Sinu comes out on top here. I've probably tried almond milk at some point. That's the kind of thing my girlfriend always buys. She never wants milk. She always wants some other kind of milk, coconut milk, almond milk. I don't know whatever else milk. As long as it's not real milk, she's all about it. I'm sure it's more than fine. I don't know how do you make almond milk though? How does that work? Aren't almonds seeds? They make milk out of seeds. Or do they just like blend the seeds into the smallest version of themselves until all that's left is milk? No, I don't mean almonds. I mean almonds. Almondies. Wait, cashew milk? There's cashew milk as well? Don't you tell me they've turned the best nut, the king of the nuts, into milk. Who would milk a cashew nut? Cashew nuts are meant to be eaten, not milked. No, not almond milk. Almond milk. What's the difference? Now people are crazy though. You know, they'll see an advert for some new version of milk and it's like, this milk will change your life, and people are like, well, that's clearly what I've been missing up until now, and they just buy into it. They're so ready to buy into whatever the next thing is. Like, I think I talked about this in stream recently. It was like there's this series of Netflix documentaries on all these like crazy conspiracies, these health conspiracies. The weirdest one is the essential oils. Have you guys seen the essential oils? Oh, Twiz nearly dunked into an opening goal there. It's crazy. You go to like one of these essential oil clinics and you tell them, you know, I've been feeling really dehydrated recently. And they don't tell you, hey, maybe you should drink more water. They say, we've got an oil for that. And then they sell them the oil for like $50. And it's like, what, 30 doses, 30 drops. It'll last you a month. It's gonna really hydrate you, this oil. Forget about water, it's overrated. we've got an oil here, it's made out of pure water. It's gonna do exactly what you need. And then people go in with very specific problems. It's like, you know, I've been feeling pretty agitated at work. You know, the boss has been giving me loads more work to do and I'm not getting paid anything extra, so it's been very hard to stay motivated. They're like, yep, we've got an oil for that as well. We've got an oil that will fix that problem. No need to talk to your boss, no need to, you know, ask for a new contract with fairer pay, fairer hours. Nah, just slap this bad boy on your skin every day and you're gonna feel great. Motivation oil. Exactly. Like that, yeah, people are like, yeah, this must be it. This is the solution I've been looking for. Oh, man, empty are all over them here. Falcons on the ropes. And I speak English. Some people ask, why don't you sound more Scottish? Well, that's actually why. It's because I try not to sound too Scottish. Because it's not a good accent for commentary internationally. Oh dear. That is not a boost issue. That is just a complete misread. Oh no. Well, Ali has illustrated perfectly there just why being in the middle of the goal outside the box or outside the goal line is sometimes not the best place to be when you're making saves. And they might be falling apart here. Empty could be advancing from Group B, top seed. Can you believe it? What a recovery by SMW. That's a great pass. Take it essential oil to curb your own goals. Now somebody needs to help Ali with that one. Do they have an oil for that? I really hope so, because I mean I've got to find one that helps you score open nets, because I've been practicing open net finishing. It is not getting any better. The oil is the only option. It's the only thing that can save us. Yeah, no way. Empty are just too good to lose this, I think. They're too good to lose from this position. That mistake from Ali, I think, has just cost Falcons a chance at this game. And it was a bit unnecessary as well. He had a lot of boost. He, I think, could have handled that if he just took a different position. Being right in the middle of the box when the ball's coming in over your head is the worst place to be, because it's very difficult to get a precise read and you have pretty much no information of what's happening around you. You want a bit more of a side-on view of the goal, or you want to be inside the goal. Something that Falcons actually do very well most of the time, rotating inside the net. And there we go, Ali. First to make a mistake that put Falcons behind, first to put a goal in to get them back in it. Surprised that we haven't seen any cheeky kickoffs from these guys, especially this late in the game. TRK had the infield pass to aim for there, decided against it. He's had to play that one away from Ali, who was getting beaten by SMW. So this has to be one of the last chances now. Oh, it's a good one though. TRK, he's still up for this. Ali was as well. They're giving it a good shot here, but I really think Empty are just going to be a bit too difficult to get through. They're going to be tough to create multiple chances against for any team at this level. Oh, no way, it stays up! What? How did that stay up? Just when you think it's all over. Oh, Twiz hit it too hard. All he had to do was knock it into the ground, but he has knocked it into TRK. That is crazy. How is that? How has that stayed up? Wow. Well, Twiz will be pretty furious with himself here, because that's one of those situations where if he just hits the ball more softly, they win the game. It's the fact that he's hit it hard that loses it for them, or at least sends them into overtime. Yeah, he should have had an oil for that. He wasn't oiled up. He wasn't lubricated. The ball, maybe it was too lubricated. The ball skidded off the front of his car there at a great rate of knots. Wow, that was really unexpected. It was a well-worked goal to get them within one, but a bit of a throw by Empty to give them a free shot at the end of the game. And now they've got to be pretty upset with this current situation. Oh, they're going to be happy with this one though. TRK and Venom run into each other. No final shot goes on target fast enough though. From Impressive. And now, you know, what was a solid stand in the midfield for Empty now looks to crumble every time that Falcons advance. That wall that they had set up, that they were deflecting everything off, has been broken. And I'm going to say it just to annoy the people who were getting triggered by this type of thing on Reddit recently. Do Empty have the mental game to come back from such a mistake? Oh ho ho. How are the Reddit analysts going to cope with that one? TRK has just missed the ball for no reason here. This is a bit of a rusty game for them. And I don't think it's going to be you know, entirely down to the pressure. Now a bad clear comes in. Follow-up shot is blocked by a pre-jump though. TRK making up for his initial mistake. That's a great pass. That might just be game. Oh, that was close. Phenomenal pass there in defense. You see how quickly defense can turn into attack with a small pass to the side like this. Venom has to pre-jump in the way of one shot. Ali on the backboard. Right place, right time. They're just keeping the ball high here. They're just trying to waste Falcon's boost. They're waiting for those weak touches. They're waiting for the clears that they can intercept. TRK's in reverse and he's still making plays. Saw so many overtimes yesterday. I feel like we've not seen any today. Now we're into one and it's taken a fair while. TRK and Ali linking up again in defense. This is great work from Falcons. They're turning the pressure around with these defensive passes. Impressive and the rest of the Empty lineup are opting for hard clears more than those softer touches. that teammates can follow up on. Venom, the big dunk, impressive, got out early for it. That limited Falcons' options, and they had good coverage as well. Goal and back wall both blocked. SMW, that's very well done. You see Twiz just had his eye on him there. He's waiting for SMW to run out of touches so that he can make a play. Venom, with composure, brings it down. Trying to go around the back of his first challenge. Now the demo's starting to come in. This is what Falcons have been using to their advantage recently, especially against Sandrock. Now I don't think Empty are as vulnerable to these as Sandrock often are. It's when they set up for defense, you don't really see them outside the goal and at the edge of the box all that often. Oh, that might be game. It is game! What a pass by Twiz. We saw one of these from Ali to TRK earlier. Now it's Empty. And that is a perfect example of how to use passes in defense. That little touch from SMW, it gets the entire Falcons lineup expecting the ball to go one way, and then suddenly it's getting launched in the other direction. And with a lot more pace. Empty take it. Wow. After, I'll say definitely a throw, they do get the job done in the end. But it goes to show you don't always want to hit the ball hard in defense in Rocket League. Sometimes it's better to go for a soft touch. Sometimes it's better to keep the ball close to you. If you hit it away, you're actually just giving the ball to the other team. That's not all we're going to see from Falcons today, though, guys. We are going to get to see one more series between themselves and a team that they've already beaten today, Nameless. They actually swept Nameless today. It says 3-1 in the scoreboard because it started off 1-0 in favor of Nameless because Falcons were late to show up for today. Took a one-game forfeit. But when they did start playing, it was all Falcons. 2-1, 1-0, 3-1. And although the scorelines are pretty close there, they were very comfortable. They were extremely in control this whole series. So I expect them to be able to repeat that result without too much difficulty.